Welcome everybody to Orgasm and the Earth. So I am really excited about this class. It came to me, as most everything does, as an inspiration. The other day, as I was in this, actually, I'm going to change my view again. I was in this 4-day class called Symphony of Possibilities, and my mind was exploding and my being expanded all over the entire universe and beyond. And it was Earth Day during the retreat, during the class. And I was like, oh my God, like it just hit me to this topic just came to me. And it's something that actually I've had an experience with over several years, which I'm going to talk about. But anyway, I'm really excited I've been like orgasmic for the last like 3 or 4 days since the topic showed up for me, like as it did. So I'm very happy to be here. So my plan for tonight is to talk a little bit about the earth, talk a little bit about orgasm, and then put them together into an experience for all of us, myself included. So, like I said, it's nice to have your videos on during this time, if you are available for that, so that I can see you. In fact, I just changed my view so I can actually see more of you. And then I'll let you know when we go to the experience, you can do whatever is most comfortable for you. So for those of you that I'm meeting for the first time, very happy to have some new people here. And thank you for coming, for being here. I'm Robin Vogel. My business, my love, my mantra is come back to love. And I'm really excited to bring all of us actually to a connection to the earth. That's what I'm really excited about. So I want to start by sharing an experience that I had in 2014. I was at a workshop and it was a week-long workshop and I was participating, and we were invited to take a silent break and like walk outside, or maybe I was just drawn to being outside in nature. And I was in a space where just beautiful trees and gardens and a mountain behind me. And I walked outside into the gardens. I was walking around really like slowly, meditatively, and of course, quietly, because you're supposed to be in silence. And all of a sudden I started to feel, okay, so this is really vulnerable, right? I'm just going to be like really open with like my experiences. So I started to feel like turned on, little sexual energy. And I was like, that's funny. It's like walking on the earth. So I stopped in the garden that I was nearby, and I started using my breath, because, that's what we do in Tantra. We use breath and sound and movement. So I started like breathing in and just kind of tuning into the energy and opening to the energy and connecting with the earth. And it became this like incredibly powerful orgasmic experience by myself, standing outside in the garden. And I was surprised. and it was really amazing. And of course they were telling us to be quiet, but I was like I was not being quiet at all. Which was, what it was, because it was just so exhilarating. It was like incredible. And one of the things that I've become aware of in the last couple of years is how powerful and potent the earth is. Actually, you know what? The last couple of years is really not true. Because years ago, I started to become aware of how the earth was available to contribute to my well-being. And now I have the words for it, and I would say it that way. But at the time, I didn't have the words. I just had the experience. So I had that orgasmic experience probably years before that, I had the experience of receiving energy from the earth when I was feeling like drained and tired. I had chronic, sort of like not defined or diagnosed, but some kind of chronic fatigue for like 20 years of my life. And when I started to open up to receive from the earth, it started to change. It started to heal initially kind of slowly, but I always knew that every time I would open up and receive from the earth, that I would receive an abundance of energy that would just let me go through the rest of my day. And it took me a while to catch on that actually there was like this reservoir of energy, of source, of support, of resilience, of potency, that all I had to do was receive whatever it was that I wanted to receive from the earth. And we can say, all I have to do is receive, but receive is one of those things that's actually not that easy for any of us. And so it took a while to really understand that I had to release the boundaries and protection that I had around me, and that I had to like state like boldly that I was open to receiving. And I had to then like relax and surrender and let the energy in. And one of the stories I told in one of the emails that I sent out about this was about the trees. And so I'm going to tell that story again really briefly. So this was a day I was driving home from somewhere in Cambridge, Massachusetts, and I was right by Fresh Pond, and it was really crowded, and there were like cars, and I was exhausted. I don't remember why, but I was like flat out, totally drained. And I was thinking, oh my God, I should not even be like behind the wheel. I just need to pull over. And I can't describe this for any of you that have experienced any kind of like fatigue, not just like tired, like I was out late, I didn't sleep a lot, tired. This is kind of like a different, like it's kind of like this bone tiredness, and it's achiness and things like that. So that's what I was experiencing. And I pulled up to the light by Alewife Tea Station, and I was just at the red light, sitting there, and I was the first one at the light. And all of a sudden I got this like whoosh of energy. It's the only way I can describe it. It was like a huge wind of energy coming from the direction of the trees that were over on the right, into my car, into my body. Like it was the most insane experience. I had to like, wait, what is going on? And I just was like, holy shit, oh my God, the trees over there are contributing to me. I didn't ask. I was stating how tired I was because I was frustrated and kind of bummed. And I just got this whoosh of energy, and I was like, oh my goodness, like, wow. And I was looking at them like, was that really for me? Like, it was so bizarre. It's the only way that I can describe it. But it was so like tangible, even though I couldn't see it. I could feel all that energy they're just pouring into me. And so these different experiences of the earth have just been amazing. And it's one of those things that I think that we forget, or we forgot as humans, that we have this incredible resource available to us all the time. And all we have to do is remember and ask, or sometimes not ask, but remember that it's available, and that it's just this wealth of connection and contribution to us. So now every morning I wake up and I ask, how can I contribute to the earth today? Or like, earth, how can I contribute to you today? And how can you contribute to me? And then I just stay open to whatever I am going to receive. So that's a piece about the earth. And so it reminds me to destroy and uncreate all of our expectations. Thank you, Julie. All of our expectations and agendas and judgments and desires for tonight's experience, because the invitation is to let that all go so that you can be open to whatever it is you're going to receive. Because if we start to put a definition on it, like, I want to have this, or Robin just described this like orgasmic experience with the earth, like, I'm going to have that tonight. Like, maybe you will, and maybe you won't, and who knows. So we're just going to take a moment. There's a clearing statement, but I also sometimes just like snap all of the expectations, agendas, judgments, ideas, blah, blah, blah. Just get rid of it all. Do that for the whole class. And that leaves us open to receive whatever it is that we're going to receive tonight. And who knows, because I'm being guided, I'm listening, and I'm going to share with you what I hear. So that I leave that up to the universe to guide all of us this evening. Okay, so let me check my little sticky and make sure I said everything I want to say about the earth. Yes, okay. So orgasm. Orgasm, orgasm, orgasm. I feel like there's more to say about the earth, but that's okay. I'm sure it'll come. Yeah. Yeah, I guess I do want to say a couple more things about the earth. And that is something that one of my friends and teachers, Rachel, keeps saying this week in particular. She keeps saying that we borrow our bodies from the earth. When she said that a couple of times, I realized like she's saying it in different words than I have sometimes said it. And that is that we are the earth, our bodies, the minerals, every single thing about our makeup is part of the earth. And we think we're separate, but we're not separate. And I like how she said we borrow our bodies for the time we're here, and then we return our bodies. So there's this constant like relationship with this breathing organism of the earth. And it's so helpful for me to remember that that's the case, because the gratitude and the honoring and the respect and the connection is something we just need to tune into and make ourselves aware of, so that we're feeling that level of connection and support. Otherwise, we're just like walking with blinders on, we're just completely disconnected in some way. That's not actually the truth of who we are. So, yeah. So I invite you to take a breath with the earth right now. Before I talk about orgasm, we'll do a little centering. So feet on the floor, if that's available to you. And just imagine that the bottoms of your feet are actually connected with the earth. And as you breathe in, I invite you to invite the earth's energy into your energy field. And as you exhale, I invite you to send a grounding cord into the earth. Some kind of root or rooted connection from the base of your body into the earth. And then as you do that, I invite you to just see the earth as the breathing organism that it is. Expanding as you breathe in and expand. Contracting a little bit as you exhale and contract a bit. So just beginning to attune with her. Breathing in and breathing out. Good. Yeah, nice. And have a breath. Gently open your eyes if you feel to. I'm going to talk about orgasm before we go into more to an experience, more of an experience. So let me just see if I can do one thing. And no, I can't. Okay. So orgasm. Orgasm is so much more than we were taught that it was. And I know some of you are already thinking of orgasm in this way. And for some of us, this is like maybe a more expansive way to think about orgasm. When we say orgasm, I think in our culture, what we actually mean is the peak of the experience. So I'm going to say that's the, oh my God, what is that? Whoa. Siri thought I was asking it a question about orgasm. That's so funny. I have no idea what she said, but I'll put her over there for now. So when we say orgasm, we typically are referring to actually like the peak of the experience of the pleasure. And so I like to differentiate that actually and use orgasmic peak as orgasmic peak, because that's actually, that's actually more accurate. The orgasmic experience is this energy of raising energy in our bodies, raising energy in our energy fields, expanding our energy fields, and having this sort of, let me back up from my computer, having this, experience of raising energy. Maybe there's a peak, maybe there's not, but there's something that feels more, heightened, and then we're coming down the other side, like a flow. So that for me is the orgasm. However, orgasm is also any and all experiences that are awakening, that remind us of who we are in our bodies, that bring us pleasure. So sometimes we're like, for me, when I ride my bike and like the wind is blowing and it's such an orgasmic experience for me. I love riding my bicycle with the wind blowing in my hair, and I can get like goosebumps and energy's flowing, and it's orgasmic. And for some people, like eating some chocolate in a slow and delicious, sensual way can be orgasmic. And I bet you have lots of other examples that you can feel free to put in the chat right now if you would like to. What experiences in your life, now that I say that about orgasm, that it's not just like this defined sexual narrow moment of orgasmic peak of pleasure, which is really amazing. And how about if it's way more expansive than that? How about if it's like an incredible meal with like an incredible connection? You're just like all lit up and all of your chakras are open and you're expanded and that you're awake. It's like, oh, what if that were orgasm also? So feel free to put any examples if you want to in the chat. You don't have to. Oh, got one. I've had that experience when eating a fresh, juicy, ripe peach. Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, juicy fruit. That'll do it. Anything else anybody wants to add to that? The ones that come to mind for me, let's see if there's anything else. Well, yeah, I mean, any kind of like touch that's of a certain, there we go, like a certain kind of touch for me. Breathing together with someone, 2.5 hours of cuddling, moving, touching, honoring, connecting. Yeah. Driving my convertible on a warm night. Yes. Fantastic workout. Yes. Just even thinking about orgasm. Yes. Exactly. Swinging out on a rope over a pond and letting go. Yes. I'm going to add fire walking to my list. Yeah, totally. All of those things. Yes, yes, and yes. So, being in the counselor role and peer counseling and really getting where the other person exactly needed love, it was like being on top of a mountain. Yeah, sweet. When I'm in a location that lets me know the eons that came before my window of time. Oh my gosh, okay, I have the chills from that one. Yeah, exactly. All of these like incredible moments that remind us of who we truly are. Right? They're awakening, they are enlivening, they remind us that we're alive and vibrant and full of energy. Feeling connected to my ancestors. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So let's put together this vast body that is the earth with our infinite bodies that are ourselves, our physical bodies, and our expansive fields, which we will experience in a moment and see what happens. You know, one of the things I guess I want to say right now also before we start is like, we were so trained to like, okay, orgasm is either with a partner or with yourself. And for some people, like, you know, self-pleasuring just was not on the table, was not something they could do, not something they ever did. And for some people it was. So for some people it was only with a partner. For others, it was with a partner or ourselves, or maybe partners, but there's just like a very limited definition of how to experience orgasm, right? You can go touch, you can go vibrator, but you know, still we're talking about like a limited experience. So, yeah, let's bring the earth in. So I'm going to lead you in an exercise, and you can stay on your video. You can turn your video off. I'll, you know, welcome you back afterwards. You can also just, you know, go lie down or sit someplace else, so you're not necessarily in front of your video. And you can stay on your video. I'm just giving you options. Do whatever you are comfortable with. It's nice. Well, lie down if you feel like it. But if you're really tired right now at the end of your workday and lying down, you're pretty sure you're going to fall asleep, maybe sit up or stand. You can also stand. So whatever works for you. Yeah, I like to see Brett's getting all cozy. That's awesome. I love that. He's got a great blanket. That would put me right to sleep. All righty. So I'm going to invite you to have a breath and gently close your eyes. I'm going to invite you to have 2 or 3 deep breaths. Bring your attention back to the earth. And that synchronized breath with the earth. So as she breathes in, you breathe in and expand together. And as she exhales, allow yourself to exhale and relax. And continue that a couple of times. It's nice to breathe in through the nose. And in this case, I think out through the nose, because we're actually going to be generating heat. And the nose, in through the nose, out through the nose is a breath that supports us in generating heat. But just slow and gentle right now, really being aware of the synchronized breathing that's possible. And as you begin to relax your body, I'm going to invite you to bring your hands to your body somewhere, just like, you know, on your heart and belly or on your legs. Let's take a moment, your neck, your shoulders, to really say hello. You greet yourself. Hello, body. Hello, sweet body. We're here together. And maybe run your hands a little bit over your body, just some nice touch. Your body knows exactly how you like to be touched. Your body's the only one that knows exactly how you like to be touched. Your body knows exactly what kind of pleasure and touch feel good. And opening up to communing with your body, like you're doing now, is really an important part of an experience of pleasure, an experience of awakening, and the experience of connection with your body, with the earth, with you, all the oneness. So I want to invite you to lower your walls and barriers. We all have these protective parts that have played such an important role in our lives and still do. But the thing is, we keep the walls up just to get through our days often. And then we're not open to receive. We're not open to the receiving. We're not open to all the gifts from the universe, from the earth, from the angels, the elementals, from your guides, from everywhere. So lower your walls and barriers. Lower them even more. And lower them even more. Just take your time. Let yourself, let your parts know that you're safe, that you've got your own back, that I'm here and present, connecting, that the group energy is supportive and loving. Good. Yeah. Feels like they're lowering a little bit more. And even a little more. You can invite. Now, as you breathe, I'm going to invite you to expand your energy field. Now that your barriers are lowered down, we're going to expand in all directions. We're going to expand below. So see from the bottom of your feet, from the base of your spine, through the earth. You're going to expand your field into the earth and then through to the other side. And above the crown of your head, I'm going to invite you to expand in that direction, all the way up to the sun, to the moon, to the stars, to the planets, to the edge of the universe and beyond, to the next universe. So those directions tend to be a little easier to expand. Now we're going to come to the expansion that's more horizontal, left and right, front and back. So you're going to expand out to the four corners of your room. Expand out to the town or the city that you're in. Continuing to expand your energy field across the state, the country. And you're beginning to sense and know that you're not just your physical body, because your field, like where are your edges? The edges of you. We can't find them because they go out to infinity. Continuing across the continent. Now I want to invite you to check in behind you. Often that's a place that the energy stays close for a variety of reasons. But let's let your energy field know that you can expand out behind you. Let that energy field of yours go behind, back, 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 and expand out as far as you have already in the other directions. And see your energy field now embracing the entire earth and beyond. And as you take a breath in, just notice your body. Notice how your body feels when you're more expanded than you're used to. And as you notice your body, see if there's some movement that just initiates itself organically. See if you can find a pulse that exists in the earth, like a slow heartbeat. Coming forward with your pelvis, rocking your hips forward, and exhaling, releasing back to the back of your chair or the back of the bed. Inhale, coming forward, exhale to the back. So it's pelvic rocking, but what I want to invite you to do is feel the pulse of the earth. So you're not like moving your body separate from the earth, right? Because we're doing this in connection with the earth. So we're going to squeeze the pelvic floor, bring the hips forward as we inhale. And as we exhale, we're going to release back and relax. Inhale, coming forward. Exhale, releasing back. Now, I just said pelvic floor, and most of you here know what pelvic floor is, but not necessarily everyone, because we all have, first of all, different words for our body, for our bodies and our body parts. And second of all, when I first got back to this work in my whatever age, in my 30s, I was like, pelvic floor? What the hell is that? So I'm just going to say, because it's the only way to describe it, that when you're peeing and somebody comes into the room unexpectedly, and you're like, uh-oh, and you stop the flow, that's the pelvic floor. That's part of the pelvic floor. There's a whole sling of muscles, but we're just keeping it at that for now. So I'm going to invite you to pause the movement and just squeeze the pelvic floor and release the pelvic floor. Squeeze the pelvic floor and release the pelvic floor. Squeeze the pelvic floor and release the pelvic floor. Good. Okay, so now I'm going to invite you, I need a little more space from my computer. I'm going to invite you to pick up the energy. So as you squeeze the pelvic floor, I'm going to invite you with your, either you can do it with your arms and your hands, or you can just imagine. You're going to start to bring the energy up from the earth. Bring the energy up from the earth in to your body and up to the crown of your head. Breathing in and exhale. Breathing in, exhale. Breathing in, exhale. Now we're moving from in through the nose and out through the mouth, right? Different than before. You got to move your body in order to raise the energy. You got to bring the energy up with your hands and press the energy down. As you're doing that, you're going to be like kind of multitasking, but at the same time, I want you to let your body move and breathe with the pacing of the earth, who is now contributing ecstatic and orgasmic energy for our pleasure. And not only for our pleasure, but also because it opens up so many possibilities and opportunities in your own awareness, because this is all about expanding our awareness, expanding our consciousness. And the earth wants that. The earth wants more awareness. The earth wants more consciousness. I mean, a lot of this is like, hey, the survival of our planet has to do with our awareness and our consciousness. So this is the contribution that she is offering to us. So you bring that energy. Keep rocking the hips back and forth, coming forward, moving back, and bringing the energy. And I want to invite you to see the energy coming in right into the genitals, right into your first chakra, and then coming up the body, up the energy field, up the chakras to the crown of your head, right? But we want to bring the energy right in up through the root. And then take a deep breath and hold. Squeeze the pelvic floor. Hold the energy in for a couple more seconds. And then exhale. And again, nice deep breath. And hold, and squeeze the pelvic floor. And then exhale, release the pelvic floor. Give your body a shake. And keep going. Now, if you can stand, I would invite you to do that. And I will stand up so you can see me. We're going to have our feet on the earth. And we're going to do the same thing. We're bringing the energy up. And use your imagination, use your mind is your friend here. We're going to see the energy from Gaia, from the earth, coming up through the genitals, bathing us with this ecstatic, beautiful, powerful, potent, miraculous energy that brings us life, that awakens us in life. Now I'm going to talk, and I can't talk and breathe at the same time. So I'm giving you the pace. And I'm going to talk. So you keep going so I can talk and not demonstrate the breathing at the same time, because that's really hard to do. So keep going and breathing in and out, in and out. In fact, maybe I'll stay quiet for a few and just allow. And as you're bringing it up, just imagine that and it's not even like, when I say imagine, it's like it's not happening. It actually is happening. That the earth can bring her energy right up and inside and penetrate you, your body, your energy field with such an incredible gift of aliveness, of ecstasy, of goosebumps, of energy, of so much, because there's so much there once we get all that energy going. This is a place of manifestation, of creativity, of connecting with the divine, of connecting with God, Goddess. And pause for a moment and give your body a shake. There might be some places that feel like they've gotten a little bit tight. And give your legs a shake and your lower back, shoulders, your arms. Yeah, maybe there's like some dancing just to get the body moving. Yeah, it'd be great if we had some good music, wouldn't it? Good. Yeah, keep moving. And pause wherever you are and feel your pelvic floor again. Give your pelvic floor some contraction, some squeeze. Squeeze, squeeze. And just notice that there's likely more energy pulsing through your body than there was. And remember, this is a practice. This is a muscle that you can build yourself. You can strengthen, you can, you're learning something new. For most of us are learning something new. Energetic sex is actually like, it's a real thing. And it's something you can learn or not. It's just a possibility, an opportunity. So again, we'll start with the breath, breathing the energy up from the earth. And we're going to move to inhale through the mouth, exhale through the mouth. Nice deep breath. Hold the breath in for a moment. Pause, pause, pause. Squeeze the pelvic floor. Relax the shoulders. Exhale, relax the pelvic floor. Now, for some people, it's really hard to connect with the pelvic floor. So that's why it's like we're building a new tool, a new skill, because for some of us, it's like pelvic floor. I haven't felt that in years. I can't really find it. And it strengthens really quickly. But if we haven't worked with it in a while, it can be very weak. And that's okay, because it strengthens really fast. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Release the pelvic floor. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Release the pelvic floor. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Release the pelvic floor. So if you're standing, you can stay standing. If you are lying down or sitting, that's all good. Wherever you are, it can be a little hard to squeeze the pelvic floor while standing. At least that's true for me. That might not be true for you. For me, it's harder to find when I'm standing. For this last piece, we are going to work with the pelvic floor and the subtle energy of the earth. So hands on the body, wherever that feels good for you at this point. Little nurturing touch, little awakening touch. As you're bringing your hands to your body, think about it. Is it long, slow strokes? Is it little tapping, tingly touches? Is it scratching that's awakening? What kind of touch do you like the best? Is it tickling? You can tickle yourself too, certain places that wake up the energy. Okay, so I found a little tickle, what I'm going to say, that I think tickling is like, it's orgasmic, but not for everybody. So what touch for you is orgasmic? And as you find that on yourself, squeeze the pelvic floor and release. And tune in to the pulse of the earth again. Bring her in up through the pelvic floor and squeeze and release. And continue to bring her in and exhale together. Bring her in with a squeeze and an exhale together. And notice the turn on of this deep, rich, loving, intimate connection with the earth, your body. The earth, your body. the earth, your body. There's no separation. There never was, and there never is. So breathing in, just allowing the earth's energy to infuse and fuse with yours. And as you allow that, keep squeezing the pelvic floor and feeling the rise in energy that that brings into your physical body and into your field. And notice what the merging feels like. As we do that, I'm starting to become aware of this energy of symphony of possibilities. Symphony of possibilities with pleasure in our bodies. And I just invite you to receive. If you want to sit back down or lie back down, I just invite you to receive. Continue in whatever way works for you. Continue that fusing energy, that merging energy with the earth, that squeeze of the pelvic floor. Or let that go and just receive this symphony of possibilities of energy with your body and with the earth. Lower your walls and barriers even more. They're way open now. And just relax, open, receive. And just notice what your body's open to and opening to. What are the possibilities now in this infinite space, in this open, connected space with yourself, with the universe, with the earth? The earth is an infinite resource. So what's possible now to receive from the earth without any limitation, anything? There's just not even any words for those things anymore right now. It's like just the energy of receiving. And opening to the vast possibility of being you, being love, being gratitude, being in abundance of all those things on the planet. And allowing from this space all the things to flow. Just allowing them to flow. It's so peaceful when we allow them to flow. Allow the energy to flow. we have access to this ecstatic, orgasmic, awakening energy in every moment. Imagine spending your day in an ecstatic, orgasmic, awakened state. Think about what that would be like. And who knows what it would be like. We have to try it to find out. This energy could go on and on and on. I'm going to set it to run for the next. I get 3 hours. This energy will run for all of us for the next 3 hours. So I'm going to invite you to enjoy that post the Zoom. And I'll invite you now to have a deep breath, gently open your eyes, come on back and turn your videos on. Thank you for those who have already done that. I'm going to keep running the energy. Yeah, I'm going to keep running it while we're here. And it's set to run for 3 hours. So I hope you continue enjoying it. I would love to, we have a couple more minutes. I wanted to keep going with this part, but I want to honor my time and your time. And I would love to hear a voice or two if anybody wants to share anything about their experience. Also, anything in the chat would be lovely to hear. So feel free. Yeah. Is there anybody who wants to say anything? I would say just go ahead and unmute because I can see all of you on my big screen. Whew. Like, how are you feeling in this moment? Maybe put some of that in the chat. Like right now, I feel with Brett's face. That was really cute. That was subtle, but like really cute. I wish everybody saw you. Knowing why I know you. Nice to feel a bit juicy. That came to just me, but I'm saying it out loud. Knowing why I know you. I want to hear more about that. Gentle energy flowing, wonderfully inspired. Thank you, Fran. Simultaneously energized and relaxed. Yeah, that's how I feel. That's funny. Yeah, that's how I feel. Where's Julie? There you are. Yeah, that's how I feel too. That's so funny. Laura too. Yeah. Yeah, it's really interesting. This piece around like working with energy. Oh, Mark's going to share. 1 second, Mark, of working with energy and like developing all these different muscles, like the energetic expansion muscle and the muscle of exchanging energy and with the earth, and the muscle of the pelvic floor. Like there's so many pieces that as we practice, it changes, it strengthens, it opens more. Maya too. Mark.
Hey, so as I started to set, I went, wait a minute, hot tub, water outside, let's go. So here I am, it's beautiful out here.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. I saw you were outside and I'm like, oh my God, he is outside. How does it get any better than that?
Yeah, right. It's just beautiful. The sky, the trees, the earth. It's just, yeah, it's really cool.
That's awesome. Thanks for making all of us jealous. Yeah. Me anyway. Hot tub for me too. All right, Tara. Yeah, totally. I am such a hot tub person. Hot water. Anybody else want to say anything in the chat or out loud? I heard somebody, Maya.
Oh yeah, today I was at the ocean and with like 50 second graders because I'm teaching them about tidal pools, but just the feeling of the water coming in and out is so naturally kind of orgasmic. And I mean, just the waves and the ocean and just the energy of all the life happening there. It's just so beautiful and powerful.
Yes.
So I didn't sit down and have an orgasm right there with the kids, but just the energy of, and their excitement and their openness to it. And they're like, on some level, they're really getting it. They're really in it.
Yeah.
Whether you call it orgasm or just connection.
Right. Right. Yeah, that's awesome. Beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you, Robin. It was beautiful.
Yeah, you're welcome. And I see Julie felt the energy that the earth is using to push energy into the leaves that are growing and unfurling right now. And then I breathe my energy back to the trees for their growth and health. Oh, that's so beautiful. Jill, this was exquisite. I have to go. Thank you, Robin. You're welcome. So nice to see you here, or know you were here. Lots of love. Julie, that is so beautiful. Thank you. And I heard a voice.
My voice.
Richard, go ahead. Yeah.
I was remembering the experience I sometimes had years back when I was conducting meetings that had come from a difficult meeting that had been difficult, but had finally gone well. And sometimes felt so tired that for about 2 minutes, I couldn't rise up from my seat and walk. This is the first time I connected that experience with orgasm.
Oh, interesting. Huh. Cool. Thank you. Thanks for sharing that. Well, yes, it's 8:03 and I see some have already dropped off because I said it was an hour. So thank you so much for being here with me for this experiment and this experience, and for all your hearts and your bodies and your pleasures. And thank you to the earth and all the elementals and the angels and everybody that contributed to this. And namaste. Have a beautiful evening and lots of love, unencumbered. Yes. Keep tuning in for the next 3 hours. See what you notice. You're welcome. Thanks for being here, Tara, and everybody. Bye. Lots of love.